AM Club right here on MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak Mensa. For this session, call me Baby Girl Mimi. Okay. I feel like a baby girl. Like I can feel like you know when a guy tells you that I love you, and yet that's the person you want to tell you I love you. That's how I'm feeling right now. Why? But Aquaba is married now. It's okay. I don't like married men. At Equity Health Insurance, the well-being of our members takes precedence. We recognize the unique healthcare needs of individuals and families, which is why we are delighted to present our Ebusian Health Plan. This health plan is crafted to promote the enduring health and happiness of you and your loved ones. Our plans are meticulously tailored to offer comprehensive and competitive health insurance coverage for individuals, families, and smaller groups. Access to quality care is just a phone call away, offering continual assurance of your family's welfare. Contact us today on 0546 645 465 or 050 3860 381. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Now, are you passionate about interior design but don't know start? Or maybe you are an aspiring designer and looking to elevate your skills? Look no further. Introducing Design Lab by Selam Dreammaker, powered by Ascento Projects Limited. Our comprehensive training and coaching courses are designed to solve the biggest challenges faced by both budding interior designers and construction teams. From mastering the latest design trends to understanding client needs and project management, we've got you covered. Whether you are a complete beginner or looking to refine your skills, or our courses offer something for everyone. Learn from industry experts, gain hands-on experience, and join a community of like-minded creatives. So register to reserve a slot for our January sessions. We're in January already. And transform your passion into a thriving career. Our students have gone on to create stunning spaces and successful businesses. Ready to take the next stage? Well, contact us today on 020-888-2722 or visit our office at East Legon Adjengano. Design Lab, where your design dreams comes to life.
To all my shopping lovers, shopping just got easier, better, and smarter. A to Z department store, your trusted go-to shop destination in Ghana, is now live online. Yes, now we're going digital, with shopping. The experience, the trusted in-store excellence for the comfort of your home, from fashion to lifestyle essentials. We've redefined shopping to suit your lifestyle. Simply visit www.onlinestore.a2z or azgroup.com. That's www.onlinestore.azgroupgh.com. Browse, click, and enjoy seamless shopping anytime, anywhere. A to Z department store, shopping redefined. Jay, what is happening today?
Yeah, today I don't know. What's happening with you guys?
What's going on there?
You guys need to eat some wachi or something.
Right, Jay, right?
Yes. Or
no, buying any
maybe croissant.
Of garments on air.
We'll get you some croissant.
Well, today, aside of the garments, we're going to be talking about love right here on the show. And for our conversation, we're discussing resolution for stronger connections in this new year. The start of a new year, of course, is the right time to think and process what you have done with your relationship so far, and aim for a better relationship in the coming month or in the coming year. And so to do that, we are definitely going to be helping you right here. We tell you that we'll bring you not just entertainment but education, of course, to empower you to live a very stress-free life. We try our possible best to help you do that. So when it comes to the love conversation, who better can have this conversation? I miss her. I really miss her. Anytime I'm thinking about a counselor for my marriage, I think about her because I think she's very, very practical. She is counselor perfect, a psychologist, ADR expert. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm well.
Happy New Year.
Many happy returns.
Yeah, we're back to talking about love and bettering our relationships.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't do away with love.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
Did you see how my eyes started, turning a little bit blinking? For song they don't sing for me. So imagine if I'm told by the person I want to tell me that I'll melt. But what are some of the very practical steps to take in a new year to better a relationship? Like, you know, I know it can sound like a very cliche conversation, but waking up all these years, the whole of last year went to me and planning to perfect the relationship, not new year, not perfecting relationship. But why is it important to do that, and what are some of the practical steps to take to make it better, a relationship?
Thank you. You said one thing, like the one you love telling you this, you understand? So love is mostly enjoyable when you love the person loves you back. When it's not just one way thing, you are just pouring and the person is not doing anything, it becomes stressful. So with the New Year resolution with love and everything, first of all, you need to take stock of what happened last year, that is 2024. So sit down and think about things that never went well. Mostly we focus on things that went well. So now shift attention to things that never went well. So you just write it down. I prefer you write it, not just taking the mental stock of it. Write things down. So I wanted to be loved, but when you give it percentage, it wasn't that much. Your communication wasn't that good. Showing affection to each other wasn't that good. Your sexual aspect wasn't that good. Just itemize it, put it down. Then 2025, you want to take a new love resolution. Then what wasn't right, then it means you are going to improve it. Because things that you are good at, you need not work so much, but things that were not so good, things that was causing you the heartbreak, wanting that he's not pulling up, work on that one. So it's very important. You see, in management, we say that failing to plan is planning to fail. So if you don't plan for your life, it's not just the finance that you need to plan for. It's not just your life that you need to plan for. If you are planning for your life, then the person, that better person, that person you love, should also be part. So what do you expect from them? What do you also want to give to them? You see, we have the love tank. The love tank is you need somebody who pours into you so that you feel full, you feel happy. But if somebody is pouring into you, you must also know that you also need to pour into them. So in as much as you are writing, this is what I want, this is what I want to improve on, you need also to have them in view. So when you do this, before you can have that conversation with him or her, you can't just go and start saying this, I want to. Why are you saying that? Where are you coming from? Has there been something in last year, last 2 years? Do you want to move the relationship forward? What type of relationship are you in? Are you in the one that you guys are planning to get married? Or you are in a situationship? You know that you can't get married, but you love each other, so you are there. So what, you see, now we are moving quite away from I'm in a relationship and it's heading towards marriage. Most people are in a relationship, they know it can't end into marriage, but they want to be together.
Yeah, I never understand that. But I recently heard a story. A friend was telling me a story about dating a girl for 12 years, and then eventually they end up, and they knew from the get-go that he didn't, I don't know what it was, whether it wasn't, she wasn't fit, whether health-wise or something, but he said he's not going to go into details because I know the female. He was like, we just were not going to get married, but everybody knew that they were together. And then when it was time to marry, he married someone else, and they stayed together.
It's
yeah.
I know sometimes it looks quite dicey. From the onset, if you know very well that you love this person and you are in a relationship with this person and you feel like, oh yes, I would want to spend the rest of my life with this person. It's quite crucial. But then I also get the point where you're making, because from the onset, if you are not loving the person, why are you wasting the person's time? Because it looks like a waste of time.
Counselor said something that they will love themselves, but they know it will not end up. So why are we there?
You see, marriage is not only about love. I mostly say it. We don't just get married because we love them. There are other factors that play in marriage.
Right?
Yes. So you can marry without love and the marriage will work if you put the necessary things to play. And it's ideal that you love the one you get married to. It's not necessary you marrying the one you love, but learning to love the one you have you are in marriage with. You get it. But some people, they love themselves, but they can't get married. Maybe their blood groups don't match, and because of their children, they just don't want to burden themselves that much. And maybe the guy wants a child, The lady wants a child, and if they are married, that pressure of let's have a child will be there. So they just know that it can't end. Maybe the church, maybe his family, maybe the man is already committed to somebody he doesn't love, but he can't make do with that person because the person has helped. You need to marry her, but I don't want, but I need to marry. So you understand. So we have a various relationship dynamics. It's not just heading towards just love. So know what you are in and know what you communicate and the boundaries. That is what they are saying. So you realize that if I'm making New Year resolution for this year, you know the type we are in. If you know that it's a situationship, you guys just can't, you don't bring up marriage. You just bring up understanding, how to just maybe cordial live with each other. If it's time to move on, you move on. But the ideal one is knowing that my emotion is being cared for. Because no matter how much you be with somebody, you might feel that, why don't you marry me?
Exactly.
Why don't
With
I
the day
also
I'll think
deserve?
about that thing, the relationship has ended. Because you see, men have the capacity and the strength to say that I might love this person, but I can walk away.
Yeah.
A lot of women cannot.
Yeah.
She either becomes lethal, which is want to kill you,
Yeah.
or to myself, or she doesn't want to, so she'll leave.
Yeah.
There's never in the middle. So any woman that accepts this, the bare minimum, which is let's date until I get married, and sadly, in most cases, the men marry and leave the women.
And that
So
is
who is
the
going to
most-
marry you?
Yeah.
Who should
And
come and take
mostly
the letter?
everybody knows. Your friends know that you were with this other person. You understand? So it's not the best, it's not ideal, but you see, we can't judge. People find themselves in...
We listen, we don't
Yeah,
judge.
we don't judge. People find themselves in various kind of relationships. So
Yeah.
if I'm making a New Year resolution, know the kind that you are making. But the end point is to make you a better person and to make your partner also a better person. So you need to be more... communication is key. So if we're making it... emphasis on how to improve on your communication skills. Because most people communicate, but their partners don't understand them. So your love language, just communicate. Let them know that they are not mind readers. So tell them how you feel. And if your partner is opening up to you, it's better you communicate well. Women are able to communicate, but men are not that good at communicating. They'll rather just few words and they bottle a lot of things in. It's better show emotions because the person is your partner. Let them know how much you feel, how much you love them. Let them know. And moving on, you need to be with somebody who is kind. You also need to be kind towards that person. Be more understanding when it comes to sex. We can't take it away. Know your preferences. Know what works for you. Know your boundaries when it comes to that too. It's not everything you allow. If you have allowed certain things and it's not helping you, tell the person that this year, I want us to do it this way. I want. So when you are starting, use the I statement. Don't use the you. Use the I. You see, we are human beings and we don't like to take blame. So if I'm not blaming you, but I'm rather telling you how I want to be treated, it's easy for you to accept it and work with it.
Okay. Counselor, so, you know, it's a new year. Right in 2024, that's last year, at the end, people started making their own resolutions. People started making their own goals, personal goals and all that. Let's say you are in a relationship, and also maybe it may differ in terms of marriage. But whatsoever, it involves two people, and both of them have their personal goals. How is it that our personal goals are able to influence positive reflection in our relationship? If that can happen, what are the steps we need to take? If it doesn't happen to us, well, what can we do to make it happen in that way?
Thank you. You both have your personal relationship goals, but you must know that you are in a relationship. So it can be an island on its own and you two an island on its own. It won't work. So you have personal, you also have your personal, but you need to merge it at a point so that you understand each other. We are in a relationship and you want to travel outside. You want to further your education. And maybe where you are going, it won't help. Maybe you want to start a new business. It's going to push strain on our marriage, our relationship, on our finance. So you having that personal goal, every personal goal that you want to achieve, you must have the aim, the objective of the two of you in mind. You must have it in mind. So whatever you want to achieve should be drive at that purpose. It should not be way off what you want. Maybe this year you want to get married. So things about your finances and all that you are saving, and now you want to start a new course. You want to travel out, you want to do that. What about the marriage we are planning? You understand? So whatever personal resolution you want, personal budget that you have, it needs to conform. It needs to go in line with what we are having. But if it doesn't, that is where the issues start coming up. That means the two of you need to go back to the drawing board and see your aim, what you want. So as couples, you need to have your goals first before you can have your personal, and before he can have his personal. Without that, you two will just, it's going to, your goals, your personal goals is going to drive you apart. Because most of the times, you realize that we have people in marriage, people in relationship, but because what they want to aspire doesn't conform to their relationship goal, it drives them apart.
Yeah, I agree to that. Also, I was thinking that as an individual, you need to, one, develop your own person to ever be in any relationship. That's what I thought. I thought that, listen, I need to develop myself. I need to be a better person. I need to love myself. I need to have my personal goals. Now, the bit, I totally agree with you with the bit of, let's have a relationship goal, which is the two of us working together to something. But if I haven't developed myself and I haven't identified myself, even if it is in a relationship, how would I be able to help with that?
So developing yourself to be better for the relationship.
Better for myself.
Better for yourself, but better also, if you are better for yourself, you can also give to the relationship. If you don't have anything to give, you rather be having an empty, you are not pointing to your partner. It's rather him who is pointing to you. So you want to better yourself, but not at the detriment of your relationship.
Okay.
Yes. So better yourself, it's very good. You come first. You understand? Your personal, your mental well-being, education, how you want to see comes first. But if you are doing it, it should not be at the detriment of your relationship. You want to take a new career. Is it in line with what both of you have discussed? So if it's not in line and you know that he is not okay with it, he wants to, be with them, he's going to understand along the way, but he is saying no. Are you going to take yourself and leave the relationship? Or you are going to just forget about that and move on? You need to have, you see, we have people who have bold personal resolutions. Their standards are very high. They don't go to anybody. They are there. And one thing I know is, if you peg your standard high, you stick to your standard, men respect you for that. You understand? But mostly as humans, if you always want to lower the standard, they take it like, okay, even when I throw anything, she will agree and lower for me. Before you realize you are the bare minimum. So stick to your standard, but not standard that is going to sway the relationship up. In as much as you want to develop yourself, you should have your partner in mind.
In as much as you want to develop yourself, make sure to keep your partner in mind. Remember that we're talking love and how to develop a better relationship for yourself this year. We don't want to hear any heartbreak story. Now, the conversation of heartbreak, that's why I want to get to. When the relationship, sitting down in retrospect, looking at what has happened in the past, relationship, the bumps that, showed up in the relationship, you sit down and say, listen, I think my New Year resolution is to end this. What do you make of that? Is that a good one?
To end the relationship.
To end it, like looking at...
Yeah, it's part of it.
Okay.
And if you see,
it's not to develop it.
No,
this time it's not
no.
developing it.
To end it.
My development is I'm moving on without this.
You see, it's not all relationship that ends into marriage.
And if it was marriage too?
And marriage too. You see, with marriage, I always say this. With marriage, we have divorce. We have widow or widower, we have cheating, infidelity. So these are three things that 1 or 2 or 3 might happen to you when you get married. So it's either you become a widow or a widower, that will happen. Both of you can die at the same time. Mostly it doesn't happen. Or infidelity is going to happen. It does. Or you'll be divorced. So it's something that is attached to the marriage institution. You can't say, I want to get married and this, I don't want it. You must know about it, and when it comes, how are you going to deal with it? Are you going to move on? What can I take? So it's the same thing. So if you realize that with this year, I'm choosing myself over abuse, I'm choosing myself over this relationship that is not going anywhere, I want to end things. You tell yourself that, then you communicate it back to the person. One thing I've realized is now people don't communicate that way. They just leave. You'll be there. You'll be in the relationship alone. Then they have moved on. So you call, they are not picking, and you realize that, oh, for 6 months now, it seems we are no longer there. That is it. But it's not the best.
Ghosting,
it's better, yes. It's not gaslighting and all that ghosting. It's not best. It's best that you give the person closure to move on. Because we have some people who they leave the door ajar, so they can walk in anytime and leave anytime. It's best. And if you realize that with the relationship, you were the one who was more giving the emotional support, you were more in love, you should rather give the closure so that you can go. If you don't, the other person will realize that you have a soft spot for them, you love them more. They will just use that thoroughfare. They will come in and leave anytime, and that is not the best.
There's a part where we get to see, I think it's quite of an advice given to married couples that when you step into the institution of marriage, you would have to more or less keep doing what you were doing when you were even dating.
Yeah.
But you realize that when you get married, sometimes there are too many things that are coming your way that you cannot even exhibit what you were doing when you were dating. Maybe work, maybe family, maybe societal pressures. I mean, a lot of things. Growth, exactly. But if that should be an advice to even take, how do you get to manage that in terms of, fostering a better relationship with your partner? How do you get to manage all these?
Yeah, you see, what got your partner in love with you, you still need to continue. As you said, you rightly said, in marriage, the dynamics will not make you act like single. You hanging out and doing all that, taking them to the salon to braid their hair, and that. You can't be doing that. But you don't just neglect it totally.
Okay.
You pick it up, you do it. You know that you spice things from it. You know what makes her happy. So you tell from that and you continue. You see, marriage is, it's work, it's not hard work, but you being intentional about the person.
Okay.
So if you love your husband, you need to be intentional. You know that this is what he loved. This is what we were doing. So from time to time, you do it. You don't wait for Christmas to come. You know that your husband is the type who likes to hang out. He wants the guys to come home and all that. Just organize it for him, right? Just step out, organize everything nice for him. Let him have his time. You to go and hang out, do your hair and something. Let him have his space. From time to time, you realize that it spices things up. So you should be intentional about your marriage. Be intentional about your partner. That is where the commitment comes in. That is where if you love somebody, you put in the work. But mostly we get married and become so comfortable that you just start neglecting them. And when they meet somebody from work, from outside, social media, and they start doing those things, the attention shifts to them. It's not that they don't love you, but what got you attracted to them, you stop doing it. So they are getting attracted to somebody else. So you need to continue doing that. It's not that because I'm married to you, I need to love you forever. It doesn't happen that way. Some people get married, they're in love, and they fall out of love, but commitment is keeping them there. So you need to continue to grow up that love. You can't do it as you were single. Let me emphasize, you can't. You understand? Because childbirth and old age and all that, certain things you can't do it just like we're young.
Yeah.
But don't neglect it totally. Continue to do it bit by bit, spice things up. And it's important that as couples, you learn to step out of your comfort zone. You understand? Spice things up. Go out. Hang out. You see, the more you see new people just driving around and all that, it changes your worldview.
Yeah.
Even if you want to discuss something important with your husband, there's an issue at home, why don't you take them out to eat? You discuss it.
Yeah.
Just drive around, sit somewhere, discuss. Sometimes leave the kids alone. You see, they are in and they are going to leave.
Yeah.
So don't focus so much on the children and the work and the issues. It will get to a time all this will leave. It will just left with the two of you.
Yeah.
So learn to have that relationship with each other.
Okay.
Now, I would like to ask you before we wrap up the conversation, what love-related resolution would you give to we, the young people who want to now get into a relationship? Because currently I'm single. So if I want to enter into a relationship, what love-related resolution can you help us with to guide us?
Yeah. I'll say be kind to yourself first.
Okay.
Be kind to yourself. Don't enter into a relationship that you know that it's not good for you. Be kind to yourself. Know yourself. Be kind to yourself always. When you are kind to yourself, you are going to attract people who are kind. You understand? And as you move on, be kind to the other partners also, because a lot of people are quite materialistic. So everything is about money. Everything is about if you give this, if you get that. But just be kind. You see, kindness is a currency on its own. Kindness is a beauty on its own. It attracts people. The young want it, the old want it. So be kind to yourself first and be kind to whoever is in your life. And if you are kind to yourself, you know that that relationship is not working. It's not going to lead anywhere. You want marriage, but it seems it's not.
It's not going there.
You just walk away.
Don't hold on to relationship that's about to break you. Basically, is what she's telling us. Please, finally, what advice are you going to be giving to us as we move on? This one was for the single people. But generally, as we enter into a new year, the conversation of love, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, whether it's with your partner, what advice would you give to us?
Love is an interesting thing. We all want it. We all want to be loved. But you should be careful. You see, we have the dark side of love. If you love somebody, if you don't love yourself and you love them too much, you can get yourself into issues. But in all, everything that you do, let love lead. And mental health is quite important. So be with somebody who enhances your mental health. Be with somebody who brings out the best in you. Be with somebody who wants you to aspire to greater things. Not somebody who, we have husbands, we have wives who will take away opportunities, deny their partners opportunities because they are afraid that when they get up there, they are not going to love them. They are not going to be so submissive and subordinate or whatever. That is not it. So love yourself first and love others, but be careful.
Be very careful as you go out there to find love this season. And even with the people around you, I was telling someone that family can be toxic. And if you look at it critically, some of your mental health issues you're fighting with came from family and how you're treated from home. So you need to be careful. Please, how do we connect with you? Because we have to come for one-on-one sessions. All of you need it. To start a year, I recommend that you see a psychologist to plan your year. As you're doing the health checks, a psychologist is equally important. Looking at where the world is going to. Please, how do we connect with you?
I'm on social media, Counselor Perfect, on TikTok, Facebook. I do daily posts, so if you follow me, you have access to what I post about mental health, about relationship, about motivation. You have access to it. And if you need counseling, mental health, relationship, family life, just contact me. My number is 0243 28 37 84. 0243 28 37 84. Life is better, so please, no matter what you do, if you have the gift of life, it's best. Don't ever think of taking your life. There's good things in store for you.
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for that advice. Because even though we went through a lot, we are looking at having a very great year, 2025. Lots of people are still battling the mental health struggles they were dealing with in 2024. So again, like I said, a psychologist is important. Life is better. So choose life and don't take your life. My name is Miriam, and of course, this has been the Lifestyle Daily segment of the AM Club. We're moving straight to some other wonderful conversations right here on the show. Okay, we'll be right back.
at the end of the day. But before that, in an ever unpredictable life, the presence of adequate support in times of health-related uncertainties is pivotal. Now, in light of this, Equity Health Insurance presents the ABS policy aimed at providing much-needed reassurance through Equity Health Insurance's ABS policy. For a monthly sum as minimal as 15 Ghana cedis, beneficiaries can avail themselves of up to 500 Ghana cedis financial support on any hospital admission. The Equity ABS is meticulously crafted to furnish financial assistance for the duration of hospitalization, thus enabling individuals to concentrate on recuperation without the burden of escalating medical expenses. Waste no time in securing your future with Equity Health Insurance's ABS today. Contact us on 0503 860381 or 0539-194619 to commence enrollment. Equity Health Insurance is always #here for you. Now, joining us for the conversation on incredible creative art is Oldy Blaq. Now, today, his piece, I don't know whether we should term it the Black Anas, maybe. Well, Oldy, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I want to start this conversation, right? Please, I beg you.
You want to start it, please.
First of all, what's the name of this design?
Okay, actually, this design is created from darkness. We are light and we need darkness to shine.
Oh.
Yeah.
We are light and we need darkness to
yes,
shine.
Yes, because
Yeah.
without darkness,
so without darkness, definitely you cannot see us.
I mean, you need to penetrate through the darkness to be able to see your light. Love that. Oldy Blaq. First of all, I am thinking the name is crafted from something, but let's take it from you. What is the meaning of your name, Oldy Blaq?
Okay, so Oldy Blaq is a conscious human wearable art word where we conceptualize clothes and accessories. We are known for our minimalistic, deconstructive, anti-fashion approach.
Definitely not minimalistic, but maybe anti-fashion, yes.
Okay.
But I believe that what you believe as minimal is not my minimal. This cannot be minimal to me. And what I see on the screen cannot be minimal. But explain why you identify as minimalistic.
Okay, so our practice is rooted in sustainability. So in sustainability, you have to be minimal. You don't use things and throw it away. You use it, you upcycle it, you recycle it throughout its lifespan. Yeah.
Oldy Blaq, tell me why you and your creative team decided that this is the kind of fashion you would venture into, and how impactful, because I see the rationale behind it to make sure that one, sustainability, number two, even the climate change depends on some of these decisions to recycle, upcycle, and make sure that we're keeping the climate safe. I get that bit, but who wears your stuff? Who engages in your business, and how do you make money?
Okay, so we are not in the fashion business. We are in the human business. Yes. And our designs are intellectually visible to our audience.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. What do you call the design on the screen again? We have one.
The one with the charcoal.
Is this charcoal?
Is it charcoal?
Yes, please.
It's charcoal, right?
Yeah.
So charcoal on what?
So it's on the screens right now,
Yeah.
and
This charcoal. So this one is termed as the goat, the black sheep, and the dark horse. And also this is created from darkness.
okay. So how do you guys as a team put all this together? Let's get into the creative process. I mean,
Okay.
how long would it take to do this, and how do you even conceptualize this in the first place?
Okay, so in the first place, this has a natural and unnatural meaning.
Okay.
So in the natural meaning, it starts from me. I'll be in a grip of emotions I'll be in a grip of anger, happiness, sadness, and that starts from me. And the second creative process is the unnatural, which is from the team, in that we will employ mood boards, we do our research, and do our sketches. So everything starts from me, and it extends to the team.
So is it like real emotions that are happening, or you put yourself in those emotional spaces?
Yeah, so the emotions sometimes are created by me, and sometimes they visit me.
Do you want to ask him something or should we move on?
Odie, I want to ask this. Is it coming from a deep? Well, we get the whole appearance and everything. You get it, but
Yes.
when you say the emotions come to you, I mean, where are you coming from? Like, is it that life has really taught you so many different things that when they come to you, you just really just need to, come up with your team and then get to express this in a different way like you're doing so?
Yeah, life itself is a teacher, and the greatest teacher on earth is life. In life, you don't need philosophies, you don't need beliefs. All you need is clarity. So in a state of awareness, there is a clear perception, and through that, these emotions visit. Yes, please.
So you don't believe in emotions, like you don't. Do you believe in trauma?
You don't need to believe in anything, because the moment you start to believe in anything, your mind starts or don't function again. Yes, you don't need to believe in anything. It is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that ideology. I'll see how I can inculcate that into my
Yeah.
life.
But first of all, it is not an ideology.
Oh.
It's just a clarity of life. You don't need ideology in this life. Maybe you need ideology in the material world, but in life, you don't need any ideology.
Okay.
You need clarity.
Clarity.
Yes.
Wow. That's
That's deep.
super intelligent, because if you, I mean, and I totally side with you when you say we need clarity, because understanding what it is that you're going through guides you, navigates whatever journey you're on. I believe that's where the clarity plays its role. Now, so we have this sachet outfit on the screen. And it's looking again to me as a sustainability conversation and a climate protection conversation, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is talking recycling.
Yeah.
Okay, explain to me what this design means.
Okay, so this design was created from a clear perception that fashion should not cost the earth. Yes.
Wow.
Fashion should not cost the
The
earth.
earth,
So the
yeah.
things
Okay.
that the materials,
The materials.
the instruments, the things used in creating fashion shouldn't cause the world to suffer.
Yeah.
I believe. I want to come back to something a bit controversial, and I actually pray. Did you hear what I was going to do?
Play.
I pray that it's not something that bothers you too much. What's the relationship between you and One Love Kubola?
One Love is my big brother.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are very cool. He's my big brother. He's my guardian. Yes.
Wow. Does he? Okay, of course, because he's your guardian, he might influence some of the not very conventional lifestyle you live. If you're with me on that, because what you do and how he lives his life, a lot of people might not appreciate it because it's a little unconventional to the usual things we do. Moving forward, what are we looking at this brand achieving in the let's just give ourselves 2025. How do you want to see the brand Oldy Blaq?
Okay, so one thing about unconventionality is that society amputates the creative goal of individual. society is against individualism. But without individualism, society cannot flourish. And we envision a day that Oldy Blaq need not to mention because it has meddled with our lives. Yes.
So when you look on our screens right now, we have different types of designs from you. And I'm going to ask this question again. I know I asked the first time, you answered in a way I wasn't very satisfied with, so I'm going to ask again. So all of these things that you're designing, you're not expecting I to buy and wear. Is that what the answer was? That you're not creating it for the fashion world to appreciate or not appreciate, whatever they want to do with this, that's their problem. You're just creating.
Yeah, so we just create, as I said earlier, we are not into any fashion business, we are into the human business. So, actually, this project was in collaboration with Sakite Tessa. Sakite Tessa is a photographer known for his conceptual photography, and it was in the exhibition of last year, COP 2029.
Okay.
Yeah. And this exhibition actually is happening now. It's a virtual exhibition.
Okay.
This creation was created from sustainability. So we went through the beaches, the dam sites, and went to gather all these things.
Oh.
And some are from Cantamanto, especially the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are from Cantamanto. So Cantamanto has been very helpful for the sustainable brands in Ghana. And as at now, Cantamanto is down, but Cantamanto will rise.
I like that. Cantamanto is down, but will rise.
Rise, yeah, will rise again like the phoenix. Yes. Yes, because...
But now that it's down, I mean, as you just rightly said, that you get some of these things right from there. So now that it's down, are you looking forward to get it from other sources, or how are you going to go about that? Because there are some specifics that you will get at Cantamanto, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
I'd love you to answer that, but you were taking us through what this looks, what we were seeing on the screen, the designs. I really want clarification. Oh boy, today I'm done. I really want clarification on what the designs are looking at achieving apart from climate sustainability or climate change or the climate change conversation. Apart from that, what else does your designs and all these designs with spoons, which I believe you're trying to portray that we pick this ones on the streets, the stones by the beaches, what other design was it? Can you break that back?
The toys.
The
toys
toys I
coming in
believe
together.
From Cantamanto.
From Cantamanto. This one's from Cantamanto, right?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do with these designs? Or maybe you've explained it, but I'm the one who's struggling to understand. Please do one more time for me. Let me see if I can grasp it.
Okay, so we are not trying to achieve anything. We are just in love with the creation process. Because the moment you put your mind to an end, it destroys the creation process. So we don't have a goal. We are just saving our earth because this is the only place that we have. The notion that people are going to die and go to heaven has made people destroy this our earth. Because people think that when they are died, they are going to a beautiful place. So they are destroying our earth now.
Wow.
That's why we are picking things that are being discarded and transform it into beautiful creations.
Okay.
Makes absolute sense.
I think I get it now.
I think I have clarity now. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
But what I'm saying, you don't need to agree or disagree with me. You just have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Yes.
But quickly before we wrap it up, to my question. So
Yes.
I just wanted to find out that now that, of course, we do know that Kantamanto is down, and I could say maybe 70% of your things will
Yes.
definitely come from
From
there.
Kantamanto.
Are you going to? You just said that I don't think you're going to put an end to it. You're still going to create.
Yeah, we are creating.
So what kind of designs are we to expect now that that site is down? For the moment, you said it will rise up, and we have faith that definitely it will rise up.
Yeah.
In fact, people are already erecting their things
They are
already
erecting,
there,
yeah.
and business is going to continue.
Yes.
But for the meantime, what kind of creative pieces are we going to expect from you?
Okay, so shout out to the All Foundation. The All Foundation donated 1 million USD to Kantamanto people, and they are erecting their stuff. So surely Kantamanto will rise again. Back to your question.
Yeah. So
What-
for the period of time that it's quite down, I mean,
Yeah,
what
okay.
are the creative pieces we should expect from you?
Okay, so now I have a concept that talks about personality disorders.
Okay.
So the emotions came to me, and I had these sketches, and these personality disorders, I'm talking about paranoid personality disorder, schizotyper, schizophrenia, narcissistic, antisocial, histrionic, borderline, dependent, obsessive compulsive. Yeah, so I'm just channeling this energy into an art piece, and I think they are 9 or 10. Yeah, so there's more stuff on the way.
Wow.
So you're
looking
creating
forward to that.
pieces and portraying these personality
These
disorders.
personalities, yeah, disorders.
Is it to create awareness about them or to validate their existence?
Is to make people pay attention to these personality disorders. In this point of existence, we are all one, irrespective of individual traits. If someone is suffering from any personality disorder, you need to embrace that person. Because when you pay attention to the form of a thing, you lose its essence. So the main focus should be the essence of things. It shouldn't be the form.
Okay. Okay.
Oldy Blaq, I think I can have a 24-hour conversation with you and not be bored. I believe that there's quite a number of things people can learn from you, from how, and I don't want to believe that I can determine who you are, because I want to say you're a liberal person, but I don't believe you agree with me.
Yeah, it's not a matter of agreeing or disagreeing.
It's about paying attention.
Yeah, you should pay attention. Just pay attention.
Okay, so
Because-
as I'm paying attention to you, I'm believing that you're an open-minded person who's ready to explore, to accept, to give yourself clarity on what life looks like, already have clarity on what life looks like, and just live through it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm smart. I'm actually smart. Thank you so much. How do we connect with you and continue? Do you feel offended when people say you are socially awkward?
Yeah, I don't feel offended because the more mad you are, the more your genius level increases. When you're not mad, you can't create anything in this world. This world needs creation. It doesn't need a competition. And why would you want to compete for things that has been created already? So the point of existence is creation and evolution. This table was created. It will evolve. So create and evolution. And all other things will fall in place.
Nice.
I told you I can have 24-hour conversation with this man It's not about competition, it's about creating. This life is about creating, it's about evolving, it's about just looking at the brighter picture every now and then. Listen, I'm excited that I had this conversation. Probably one of my best interviews ever. Oldy Blaq, thank you so much for coming. How do we connect with you?
Thank you much for having me. We are on the socials as Oldy Blaq, OLDYBLAQ. Let's connect, and the universe will connect us.
Let's connect, and the universe will definitely connect us. It has become a global village, so you can connect with whoever you want to connect with, especially him. I said, you guys, go on his page and go and see what is happening there. I was thrilled. My producer sent a message from you that you sent to him and sent to me. I was like, yes, I would have thought so too, but it's exciting to have him sit here and explain to us what we are already seeing on social media. Just connect with him, Oldy Blaq, on all social media platforms, correct?
Yes, please.
Great. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I know we're going to have a personal session where you're creating,
Yes.
and then we'll be there to explore with that.
Yes.
Producer, make that arrangement. Let's go and see how. Let's go through the creative process with him so that we can fully grasp what he represents. Now, to you, Alda, thank you so much for being a part of the show every single morning. It's Friday, so we're going to get ourselves into the weekend like we're supposed to. It's the weekend, and we're going to be having a safe weekend. It's a new year. Let's take it easy. Don't do what Jay would not do, that is drink and drive. Or let love lead as well in this new year. It's going to be a great year, so please make sure to be grateful for every single step that you take in this life. My name is Miriam Uduak-Mensah. This has been the AM Club on MX24.
Off camera, make sure you join us on socials as MX24GH across all platforms. So don't miss a blink, because you blink an eye, we're far gone. All right? Stick and stay with us. My name is Kojo Dasabrel. See you same time next week. We're all here. Yeah. Bye-bye.